Okay, welcome back. The last time we had a session, you've crawled through the spider caves, found what looked like a dead corpse body of one of those Uthgard barbarians. Turns out she wasn't fully dead and managed to crawl all the way back to the foyer, flip some switches, and trigger a trap that nearly flattened Marathi.
Again.
Yeah.
So the first one wasn't her fault. But you've decided that you're going to regroup, go to one of the nearest cities, and perhaps use one of the teleportation circles available to you. Head towards Flint Rock, which is the location of one of the cairns these barbarians have made, and where they've buried a stolen giant artifact that you want to bring back to the Oracle as tribute.
Not to ruin several hours of planning, but wasn't it Raven Rock we were going to?
You said you wanted to go to Yartar, right? And start heading east? Correct?
Let me double check.
I mean, I proposed Raven Rock. I didn't know if we were going to finalize that one.
It's actually not too hard to do. These are very small maps in comparison, so if you want to go Raven Rock, go ahead.
That's what I thought we were going to do,
I just
like
have to
Raven
drag
Rock
your
to
characters back
Mirabar,
onto the map.
But that's what I had remembered, but maybe I'm just insane.
I'm good with either.
Well, you guys can make your decision, because and really, you can try to, you can go anywhere you want. The setup for these particular cairns are not too complicated, so
I just figure as long as we had the
Only take a
sled or
moment.
however we were traveling in the snow, we should probably get Raven Rock out of the way, because we'll probably have to return those once we get to more hospitable climbs.
And it is an option to pursue multiple artifacts. You're not limited
Alright.
to just one.
That's what I
One,
figured. It's just
Yartar,
this is-
2, Raven Rock. Raven Rock it is.
Did you just call that out after you voted yourself? Oh, no, you were rolling. Okay. I thought you were calling it to a vote. You voted and then said we're going. But yeah, I'm fine with Raven Rock.
Hold one moment, because my Roll20 has crashed.
Fun.
Hooray!
This is what you do, Ron. You roll the dice and then he dies.
Killed God.
Well, mission accomplished. Let's go home.
I thought that was Giant God, not regular God.
Giant God. Yeah, Giant God, for some reason, broke. Ordning machine broke.
Anyways.
I don't understand that. Good day.
Yeah. Ball is in your court.
I think it's Raven Rock. I'm going with that. The dice has said that. No one else has spoken up.
Yeah, no opposition.
I'm all good here.
Okay. You still have one giant closed trapped door preventing you from leaving from the front.
I thought we were just going to go out the side entrance. The servants' entrance.
You mean
Yeah,
the
the-
spider entrance?
Yes.
The spiders,
Wait, the
giant
one that
servants?
we timed to have lit on fire?
No, because unless the entire system lit on fire, we could just take the alternate path.
You probably think those spiders are gonna run away from where they were. Those swarms,
Man, also
Something weird just happened.
And also remind you that you did find the mechanism that controls those traps.
At the same
Yeah, I was
time,
gonna
those
ask.
mechanisms don't really clear. Well, maybe they do. Maybe we should mess with them.
My god, this is so fucking weird map now.
Yeah, I just see a checkerboard light source, and I'm not moving on a grid anymore. Did you delete the grid?
Which is extra weird because I am moving on the grid. I just zoomed out.
No, the grid should still be there. I have show grid on.
Oh yeah, if I just
Yeah.
zoom out a little bit, everything goes back to normal.
It might have had something to do with the crash. It probably
Oh,
lost all the
maybe.
yeah.
maps.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I had
Alright.
to
So
change
it probably
my adjustment
has to
on the video.
re-render a lot of the assets.
So
Yep.
I'm going to do the following things. One, I'd like to run over here and flip the switch that opens the God, I forgot the word.
Portcullis.
The portcullis, thank you.
Okay. You also notice that there is a stopgap lever that you can pull to hold the portcullis open.
Oh, fantastic. Then I will place the stopgap in the lever.
Okay.
So they should remain open indefinitely, right?
Yep, it seems to hold firm.
All right. Do run over here. Do. We have absolutely positively 100% confirmed this bitch is dead.
Shall shot it with an arrow.
That's right.
Yeah,
That was an alignment problem. Well, I'd like to at least drag the body away from the lever because I'm a touch superstitious or something.
Sure, you can pick up the body.
I just scoot over like.
Is your belief system that bodies next to levers will animate and pull the lever?
Yes, it is. Thank
We
you
thought
for
she was
not,
dead
for
last time,
not
and look what happened.
insulting
yeah,
my culture.
Basically, I just scoot the body away from the lever.
Sure. How was that?
Sounds perfect. All right. Then I'll step up to the lever.
could we actually like just bury that outside and not leave it here?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
but we
I'd
gotta get
appreciate
it
it
out
if you could
first.
carry it for me.
What
too.
I'd like to do is ensure that this trap and the other trap are both permanently disarmed.
Well, you note that this switch is set to the down position.
Okay. And what was it like when we entered the room at first?
There was a corpse and the switch was set to the down position.
Okay. Click. All right. I pull the lever to the up position.
Hear the grinding of ancient machinery as the stone slabs reset to their original position.
Oh, I
Hear
thought
it.
it was just a bunch of boulders.
No,
Not just
it's
like
a
a
very
giant-
intricate mechanical trap.
It's like
Alright.
straight up the
This is
ceiling
this is
fell
definitely
down.
This is definitely part of the temple's design, not an afterthought.
All right.
Okay. Well, then the front door is open, so
You can see through a little slit in the wall that the trap has indeed been set, and the lever is very firm. It seems that you'll have to apply quite a bit of force if you want to reset and throw it back down.
Like a strength check level of force.
Yeah, like without you actually tripping it, you can like pull on it lightly and say, "Yeah, that's pretty set."
Yeah. But and so in that case, just to get an understanding, the trap triggers once once anybody steps on it. Or sorry.
no, it's when
no.
someone pulls the lever.
All right, fantastic. In that
It's
case,
a man trap.
Right. Okay. See, I have 10 intelligence. Okay.
You have more than me.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's
average.
weird. Why
intelligence.
is that? But you have more wisdom than I do. I think.
Charisma, actually, I think.
Fuck,
Very,
I don't know. But...
He's very silver-tongued, that one.
All right.
Charmed the magic into his being.
If you want, we can walk this out, but I do the same with the opposite side.
That one wasn't even set. I think it's just
That one is already at the up position.
All right,
Yeah.
fantastic.
I mean, only thing you could do is try and use like a, I don't know, some type of thievery maneuver to jam it so that you can't actually pull it, but at the same time, you might as well just ask Harshnag to take his axe and just snap the lever off.
Yeah, I was actually going to suggest that, but at this point, let's just get out of here.
I mean, Harshnag should be fine by himself. He's
Yeah.
he's a big boy now.
He gonna nod and say, "This isn't the first time I've been alone, Dad."
Ooh.
Going out to buy several hundred packs of cigarettes in every town in the world.
I'm going out to
If
buy
the distance
giant
from
cigarettes.
my house to the gas station is 1 mile, and the average human walks at 5 miles per hour, why does it take my dad 15 years to get cigarettes?
And on that wonderful note, are we going to the map screen?
Not quite yet.
Oh, fuck.
Mostly because, oh damn it, all of my tabs have been closed out, but this isn't too bad. Okay. As you look up, a strange vehicle hangs in the sky overhead.
For fuck's
no.
sake.
Slowly
There aren't
drifting
trucks in World of
closer.
Warcraft.
It looks like a small ship with sleigh runners, held aloft by a giant red balloon.
Wait.
Think I hit
Santa?
that balloon.
Oh,
Of
Mateus.
Of course, Santa in his balloon.
I don't know what Christmas
Santa
is like.
brings a D-curse for your blue ass.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Okay, but what actually happens?
Well, it's approaching the temple. kind of at a moderate speed, but you reckon you have a turn or two to look at it before it gets
Yeah.
any kind of a meaningful distance.
Can
Are
we
there
do,
Wasn't
any-
there something like this when we were in the Sky Giant Tower? Like it was approaching
The-
that?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me
Let's see,
check.
the
I
things
could've
that
sworn it
approached
was
were the
because
cultists.
The dwarves came in, I think, on griffins, but weren't
No,
there, like,
the dwarf
cultists
came in on a
Dwarves were-
dragon.
The dwarves were on a dragon. They were on a
Dragons,
silver
my
dragon.
bad, yeah.
No, a single dragon.
Dragon, whatever, flying creature. But I
I
think
said
there
a
were like
silver
some
dragon.
cultists who came by balloon or something, right?
They were air elemental cultists of the Prince of Air. But I
really
don't remember how they
contemplating
showed
Air
if
up.
shoot this
elementals,
balloon
hot
down,
air
but,
balloon.
They
All
came
makes
in
sense.
riding vultures.
Oh, they were riding vultures. Okay.
Yes.
how far away
'Cause the
are
balloon
they?
seems familiar.
You guys can't see it. Oh, well, no. You and me can see it. No one else can see it.
Are we outside? Because
You haven't moved yet.
Shal, you can estimate that they're
I'm
about
not
a
able
half
to
mile
see.
away.
Does
Wind
the
is
balloon
blowing in
seem
your
to-
face, for the record.
Does the balloon
They're-
seem
they're
to have
coming
any kind
towards
of
us.
indications on it?
Kind of markings.
Yeah.
Nothing like a flag. In fact, you don't really see anything that links it to any kind of a government or a city or country.
Is it possible to do a history to see if we know of any groups that travel by hot air balloon?
I'll give you this. Balloon travel is a luxury in this world.
Oh
It's
god,
not
guys, it's
un-
my dad.
It's not unheard of, but the people that have balloon machines are very powerful, either politically or they're very wealthy.
Mm.
Well, they're
Where
about
were
to
we
be coming
again?
in for a landing. Do you want to just stay here and see what's going on, or do we just want to see what they can they're doing from a faraway distance?
I mean, we could have one or two people to greet them and the other two kind of stay in the wings in case things go poorly.
Yeah, I can cast
And if you
visibility.
mean by the wing, I hope you mean by in the wings, ready to hit those traps.
It's a possibility too, honestly. Although, I'd rather not see what happens to a person again when that happens. Once was enough.
It's rather gruesome.
Mateus can't eat grape jelly without thinking about it.
Now, grape is fine, unless there's some kind of heathen that bleeds purple.
Yeah.
Purple worm.
Are you just going to? I guess the question is, are you just going to stand here and wait for it to arrive?
Maybe we should spread out slightly, not in like a hostile formation, but just so we're not clumped up. And Marathi, you look quite wounded there.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'll use this chance to... Let me see if I have casts of it. Hold on. I don't have my sheet out. Character sheet, spells, da. Yeah, I've got plenty. I'll cast Cure Wounds as a third. So that's what, 3d8 plus my casting?
And that's your own spell?
Yeah, I already used that prepared from the mandolin.
Okay.
8. So
Yep.
8 plus 4, so 12.
Good. Good. I mean, not good for you, but
Yeah, good enough.
about 12-15 seconds go by. The balloon finally reaches a distance where it kind of is like 50 feet above you. 2 ropes will fall from the deck onto the ground. There are plenty of notches for you to use it as a climbing rope.
Now, that's an
Anyone climb
assumption,
down
though.
it?
Yeah. Do they
It is
seem
an
to be
assumption.
waiting?
However, I'll give you 6 seconds to react, but nobody climbs down.
Should we call out, see if they want us to climb
I'll
up? Because
call
I don't
out-
want to assume.
Who goes there?
Please climb aboard. We have
Okay, we've
business
got
to discuss.
invite. Up we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm a
Alright.
social I'm
I
a
am
social
inst- I
vampire.
instantly
He's
trust
literally
his voice.
social climbing the ladder.
No, I'm a
Also
social
literal
vampire. I can
climbing
only
ladder.
join in conversations when I'm invited. Oh fuck.
Here you are.
I mean, hello there,
On the
fuck.
deck of this airship lie 3 humanoids. One appears to be steering the helm, and these 2 seem to be awaiting your arrival. They seem to wear dark robes with a strange dragon-headed mask on each of them.
Oh, when you said lie there, I thought they were dead.
Wait a
Uh,
minute.
This one will open their arms and say, "We come to you on behalf of Klauth, the great dragon of the north. Klauth offers you this vessel and our services as a gift, that you may cross his vast dominion while avoiding the many perils of the land below. War against the giants is inevitable, but the great dragon commands you forge ahead and face your destiny. The ordning of the giants is broken, and they are not united. Slay their leaders, and you may yet prevail. If you succeed in quelling the giant threat, Klauth bids you come to his hidden vale, so that he can reward your bravery."
Can I do like a history or something? Or
That's what we've already done.
Now rolling on Klauth.
Yes.
I would very much like to roll an insight here.
Okay, even with rudimentary history, you know that Klauth is one of the largest and most fearsome red dragons ever known in his exploits as well as his treasure hoard are the talk of legends. However, Klauth, or Old Snarl, as he's also known, hasn't been seen in centuries.
Yeah, major insight to see if there are any ulterior motives at play.
No,
to be fair, with
hostility
these
the
guys,
dragons
probably
and
not.
Giants is well known. I think he really just wants us to take the giants out of the picture.
And I think you also know that he's not a metallic dragon, which means that
Yeah.
alignment-wise, it's up in the air. He's
Okay.
most likely
he's
chaotic.
chromatic, so I think that usually just means he's evil.
Yeah.
It's a nature. There have been known to be chromatic dragons that have fallen from the path, and non-chromatic dragons that have a sense of righteousness. But
Sure.
that's kind of like
You
the
don't
judge
become
the
this
birthright.
fearsome of a dragon without making some enemies.
Without
Yeah.
breaking.
You can
a
say
few
that about
eggs.
Harshnag too, though.
Yeah, but I like Harshnag.
You also
Wow.
can infer that the Clouthan Vale could be in some reference to Clouth's actual stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Is that one of the ones we were going to?
No,
Or is that
but
it's to the north, I guess?
They mention come to the Clouthan Vale.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if you know from legend that the Clouthan Vale is west of Mirabar, so you're not entirely too far away from it. You didn't cross it when you were going to the temple.
Oh, if it's west of Mirabar, that's towards Raven Rock.
Well,
Ish.
True.
Well,
still
that
pretty
is,
down
this
to
is
go to Raven Rock.
most generous of Cloud.
One last thing that might influence your decision, because Shal got a good roll on his
Good
history.
to hear.
Clouth has been known to brutally attack other dragons.
Great.
Fights anything that might rival him in power, and a fighting style
Great.
marked by sudden attacks and just as sudden disappearances.
Huh.
Mm,
So as long as
Anyway.
we're not as strong as a dragon, we'll be fine.
The
That's
cultist that
true.
spoke just said, "My name is..." Sorry, all your names the way. "My name is Delsophine, and we would be honored to serve, to be of service to you and your compatriots." I guess she's addressing Mateus, who is probably the most regally...
I don't know. I look exactly like I do in my icon.
And here, I'll give you her nameplate.
Hello there, Effine.
I know, right? There's a couple
You want
of
to
other
switch
nameplates
spots here?
There we go.
Hello, Fire Safine. But legitimately, I think we can use this for now, and, who knows, maybe they'll be a good ally until later on when the inevitable betrayal occurs, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. And as Marathi said, dragons and giants fucking hate each other, so we can use this.
Whatever.
I mean, it's a mode of transportation that... What's the max speed on this, Delsophine, if you don't mind me asking?
It says with a strong tailwind, we can go about 12 miles per hour.
Okay, I thought you were going to say per day. We're
The wind is
slowly
really-
sailing.
I suffer
It's about 8
confusion
miles
while
per
I
hour.
pilot this thing, so we may not get there for several days.
She will advise never to cast a dispel magic, because what powers this airship is a fire elemental inside the furnace.
I see.
Noted.
Also, Not to raise too much attention to it, but do you know where we could stop to get some clerical work done? And I don't mean filing, I mean literally a cleric.
Like a bona fide priest or priestess?
Anyone that could cast Dispel Curse.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's still blue.
It would be. We thought it was polite not to mention your obvious flair. If that's subject of a curse,
In a sense.
you have access to many maps, and airships are welcome in most major cities. It wouldn't be a problem to stop along any one that you'd wish.
Perhaps Mirabar would be the best, as it's on the way towards our current destination.
Very well. We can pull up the map. You're in the throat of the world, right? This is
Something
the
of that
wrong
nature.
one. You're in the north. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Your party icon. Ah, there you are. Okay, Mirabar.
Should just be kind of southwest.
122 miles. She says that we can get there in about.
Here's
day,
a
give or
question.
take.
With a vehicle like this, does it have to touch down ever?
No, the fire elemental is actually
Ever
providing
burning?
us a nigh infinite energy source.
So theoretically, we could travel at all. Well, okay, traveling at night might not be the smartest thing if we don't want to go off, if we don't want to stay on course. But theoretically, if we're just trying to travel in a certain direction, we could go indefinitely as long as we.
She'll shrug and say travel at night is possible as long as we can see the stars.
So we could cover some very good distance with this.
You will
Your
mention
master. Well, I assume you worship Klaus.
yes, we've never been in his presence, but the great dragon speaks to us, and
Well, he's very
Yes.
generous.
yes, he is.
Does the great dragon provide in-flight food? Because I'm hungry.
He will say, yes, we actually have enough supplies to run for 10 days without stopping for a resupply.
Good to know.
Don't you carry food yourself? Or
Yeah, but the last time
just
we
be
were
like
on a,
me and make Maradi carry your food.
last time we were on a flight, all we had was cheese. I don't want that experience again.
He's going to whisper to another cultist and say, hide the cheese. They don't like the cheese, throw it out. The cultists will be like, but that's all of our supplies.
Everyone likes cheese. How could I have anticipated this?
Don't worry.
Turns
we'll
out
cast-
you can eat, drink, and
we'll-
smoke cheese.
We'll cast good berries or something.
I
but,
still want to make a good berry wine to kill someone one day.
They do have a storeroom. There are crates of rations, barrels of fresh water, and casks of dwarven ale and fine elven wine. Oh, sorry, did I say 10 days?
You
I
mean
meant
100?
days.
Oh,
That's significantly more.
I look
Yes.
upon the storeroom and there's just a single solitary tear as I'm just sort of smiling.
You
They're
fucking
secured
lout.
by nets. What is kind of strange though is that a lot of these crates have a lot of trade company names. Like
Mm,
a lot of trade companies. Some of them aren't even existing anymore because they mysteriously lost all of their goods. But you know,
Ah.
Perhaps some kind of dragon took them.
to be fair, I feel like the dragon wouldn't deign care about trading company goods. It's probably they took it under, like, authority of the dragon because really once you get this is how anyone in power works. Once you get powerful enough, you don't do anything. Your underlings do.
yeah, Delphine will say, "I see you are looking at the various sources of our food. May I just say that any trader dumb enough to go through the Clouthen Vale as a shortcut to Bryn Shander will experience
Automatically forfeits their goods.
Yeah, it's a toll for crossing the Great Dragon's lands.
I see.
Well,
Well, I'm chaotic neutral. I don't really care too much if they're stupid enough to do that.
Yes.
Currently,
would
my
you like to
hunger.
go to Mirabar?
Yes.
Yep.
There-
Anything you want to do while you're in the airship on the way over?
Drink.
I'm gonna keep studying. I don't know how much
All right,
longer
I have
that's
to
gonna
teach-
take.
Oh god, I have to teach him language.
I mean, you can drink at the same time. It'll just mean my giant will be really hilarious.
Yeah, do you want to get drunk tonight, Shal?
No.
He's-
Are
I was
we are we
say
gonna
both of
roleplay
you roll
this?
wisdom checks, and then if Shal's drunk, he rolls a disadvantage.
What are we actually doing? Wisdom checks?
Sure, let's see how much you learn.
Okay. I can't
Okay.
charisma my way.
Sorry, this is not
Well,
a.
apparently I
Okay.
do.
This is
Well-
actually a wisdom contest. You end up teaching Shal a different language.
Yeah, it seems that Mateus is actually a pretty good student. Everything Shal speaks about translating giant is absorbed like a sponge into this. This
Yes, I am
madman's
absorbing
brain.
sponges.
But as a result of this quick training, you can start to pick out some of the more common words of the giant tongue. I would say you could have a broken understanding of the giant language.
Okay.
Like very common words you'll be able to know. But communicating, enunciating, you should probably be left to people who are professional.
Keep working on it.
speaking
Okay.
Yeah, keep studying.
So I can understand, not speak very well.
Yeah, so you
It's
could
like me in
probably infer
Polish.
like things like heats, cold, emotions, danger, very mundane items like stone, weapon.
Oh, there's a
Things of that
comma
nature.
there. I thought you meant like heat, hot, and cold. You know, the emotions.
Yeah, everybody is only feeling a variation of hot or cold, from life until death.
Anyways.
okay. Yeah, they'll go a bit into the night, and by the time it's morning, your party can end up in Mirabar.
I would like to restock on a few potions of healing, at least one or two, because
The cultists will say, well, we'll drop you off here, and we'll set up an anchor and cycle out the watch. And when you return, just you know what? Here, take this, and she'll hand you a stone. She says,
I
put
throw
this-
it at the balloon, right?
Yeah.
She says, hold the stone in both of your hands, and it'll signal that we should drop the ropes.
Okay. I know
It's
how
kinda
ascending
hard to
stone works.
See people from up here.
Understandable. But yes, I'd like to, well, one, is it a new day for my Wand of Secrets?
Yes.
Okay. So, 2 out of 3 charges. Oh, baby. 2, how much are potions of healing again? I think they were like
50?
that much.
Potion of healing.
Oh yeah, 50.
Gold.
Uh,
I still need to figure out what this mysterious potion I have is.
that's
You
true.
have
Also,
9 of
during this
them, I
night,
believe.
can I attune to the opal of
yes.
Heal?
You can attune to the Ild rune.
Okay.
And then how much will it cost to get a remove curse put upon myself? Maybe I should do that in alternate orders, so I do the remove
Yeah.
curse first.
Well, let's see. Let's look at Mirabar and see what
Although
kind
actually,
of
Marathi,
denominations there
can
are.
you carry a beat very well? Perhaps we should make a show out of this.
Blue.
All I need is a drum and a black tracksuit.
Bum, 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 bum.
Verbs. Okay. What kind of there's a lot of religions in Mirabar. Is there any one in particular you'd like to head to?
Not an evil one.
Okay, I'll see.
Isn't
if I
there
can-
a wizard god?
I think Selune, right? Isn't she a magic deity?
I'm a bit more
Oh,
knowledgeable
she-
on Pathfinder
uh,
deities, honestly.
Lycanthropes. She's chaotic good. She likes owls.
Are you trying to
domains are
sell me a
knowledge and
cleric
life.
or to set me up for a date?
You can find pretty easily. There's churches of Bahamut, which is kind of strange, but Mirabar is an old city.
I feel like I shouldn't be seen walking into that because our, chromatic dragon friends might not appreciate me going to
There's a church of Lathander.
That's good enough, I think.
Yeah. Okay. You can head to the Church of Lathander, where an abbot is tending a small garden, and he will look upon you and say, "Good morning, sir. How can the Church of Lathander assist you today?
Hello, good sir. As you can no doubt surmise, I have found myself in an unfortunate accident involving a curse, and I would like to donate to have it removed.
Ah, yes, curses. Uh, something within my domain, certainly. What is the nature of this curse?
Magical backlash.
Self-inflicted.
Are you here? If
Yes.
not, then don't comment.
I'm not gonna miss this. Are you kidding me?
He will furrow his head. So I've never seen anything with quite a dramatic effect before, but if it is a magical curse, I believe I should be able to remove that. As far as donations go, I would say 400 gold wouldn't be too much to ask for something of this nature. Especially when we don't ask questions in the Church of Lathander.
I have a total of 20 gold on me.
Honestly,
this is
sir,
one
I
of
think
those
you're beautiful
things.
just the way you are, blue skin and all.
Well, if there's not something, if you can't really pay with money, maybe we could trade a favor.
What do you need
I'm
done?
listening.
Well, the church, as you can see, is in a bit of a competition with the other denominations around, and to be fair, we haven't had too many visitors. If we could make your decursing public, perhaps it might bring some goodwill and interest back into our doors.
Am I gonna be treated as a leper?
Nah, lepers are green. You're more like a blueberry.
Well, we will say
Blueberries
that
are also kind of purplish black.
this is an opportunity to show that Lathander's power could heal even the most aesthetically unpleasing changes.
Just say
buddy.
strange. It's a lot nicer than.
You're new to Mirabar, aren't you? If this, let me make this clear. If you ended up in one of the dwarf churches, you would have about 25 different pieces of paperwork to sign.
Oh,
And
we've signed
choose
already.
Our words very carefully here.
We've signed those papers already in the past. Were they from Mirabar? I thought they were from another city. They might be dwarves in general. But I mean,
Dwarves.
I'm willing to go through it if that's what it takes.
Good. I see you have brought a herald with you. Actually, Maradi, are you with him?
Apparently,
Yeah.
everyone's here.
Okay,
Everyone's
the whole party's
gawking.
here, yeah. He says, "I see you've brought a herald. Perhaps we can put him to work to drum up a crowd as I prepare my spells."
I'm gonna go change so I'm unrecognizable, and I'm gonna go put on a peasant's outfit.
And what was your name? I'm sorry for when I address the crowd.
I'll give him my name.
Yes. Okay. So, Marati, you need to drum up a crowd.
Yeah, I do.
How would you like to do that?
All right. I gotta think for just a sec.
So how big of a city is this?
I don't know if I actually would. Like, I'm already getting a conflict because while at one hand, to put up a show and be in the spotlight is great and all, but at the same time, I'm a follower of Sine, so I don't know if what I'm doing would really be okay for them or not. Like, on one hand, it is like it's in a sense acknowledging that his blue skin is somehow something terrible that must be gotten rid of. And so I don't know if really from my philosophical standpoint I'd like I'm
Your
there's
philosophical
one point there's like
standpoint-
my own values and then there's also just me still wanting to help.
So
Maradi,
does your
you and I
philosophy
are red.
worth 400 gold? Also, Shal, Mirabar is the richest city of the north by far.
Okay, so
It's
quick.
quite
Ever been to a large city before?
Also,
you're in Mirabar to buy supplies.
if you're going to get into that kind of detail, why do you groom yourself?
You guys groom?
Like, why do you shave? It's all natural and it grows. Why make yourself look nicer?
Okay. I see where you're getting at. That's fair, I suppose, in that sense. Although then it says that all things are like in tiers, but you know what? I'll help you out. I'm doing a nice thing here, and I think that's.
This seems like it's gonna take a while. Want to go find a nearby
I'll start.
Yeah,
What
right.
I'll do is I'll.
In all honesty, though,
yeah,
it really.
I'll help drum up a show. So I guess. I mean, maybe play some music, sing a song about
Sing a song about your
Mateus,
god.
who is cursed blue and seeks to find himself salvation.
Alright,
Is this where you
gods.
load up
Roll
Eiffel?
me charisma to see how enticing your song is to these people.
Could it be performance since I'm
Sure.
performing?
If you have performance as a skill, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I do. And then
Is
well,
this where
it's
we start playing Eiffel 65 on SoundCloud?
and I'll play a song on the lute as I'm doing it. So that gives me what?
Not your magical loot, I hope.
Yeah, no, not the
You cast lightning
mandolin.
bolt at everybody.
Well, let's see. So
I mean, that would
What
get
is this?
attention.
what's the bonus that you get from or do you? Maybe they don't. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm looking at my sheet and I notice this tool is giving me like 7, but then I have a 10 in performance. So you know what? I'll just roll the skill and then look it up.
Sure.
Okay, so that's a 14 and it may be higher depending. I'm gonna pull up in a
You
sec.
have plus 10 in performance?
Yes. Okay, proficiency with a musical instrument indicates you're familiar, blah, blah, blah. You also have knowledge of some songs.
You know, this is kind of in your
so-
domain, so I'll give you advantage on this roll.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Will do.
Hopefully your god is not a
21.
jealous god.
Okay, with some cavorting, a little music playing, and playing to your honeyed words to the crowd, a curious gaggle of men and women from the town, dwarves and humans alike, start to gather and start murmuring at each other. Can Lythander really break this man's horrifying condition? And they start to cheer when the head priest, the abbot, exits to the front of the church, and as he presents poor Mateus, stricken by divine fury, seeking reversal, redemption, and perhaps restoration of his true form.
I really hope he's not going to cast Restoration on me.
As you get out there, even in your peasant attire, your blue skin is visible to the crowd, who
Well, that was kind of the
recoil
point.
in absolute terror at the blue man, a color never seen before in a living human.
Aren't there those little shit goblins like the
This is
Zerts?
human.
Also, I've heard
Fair
that
enough.
tieflings can be blue as well.
You will say, Mateus, kneel and ready yourself for the gift of Lythander's power.
Okay, as long as we don't go any further than that.
Yeah. He starts to undo his not kidding. He will his hands will shake as he enchants in an unknown tongue. And as he presses his hand to your forehead, a bolt of lightning hits the cleric, reeling him back. But
Well,
as you stand
shit.
back up, your blue skin has returned to its normal color, as well as another thing, the strange rune on your hands or on your wrists has also disappeared.
Oh shit!
Oh,
The priest,
shit.
the abbot says, "Behold, the man is whole once more," and cheers from the church side start erupting from the crowd as silver and gold pieces shower the steps. In appreciation.
I'm going to turn to Maradi and just have the smuggest fucking grin on my face.
I have my renewed anger in Marathi.
You guys aren't here. You wanted to go see something else, didn't you?
So no, we just went drinking.
Yeah.
So okay, in that case, did that remove the chaos for everyone?
No.
No,
Oh.
just for him.
Later, nerds.
Oh,
Well, I'm
well.
sure we can find 400 gold in.
I think this was straight up like divine intervention, because if I remember, breaking a Gios was incredibly difficult.
So Aegeus, You don't know much about Giases because you weren't able to identify them all that well. But you know remove curse. At touch, all curses affecting one creature end.
So wait,
Okay,
the
then,
curse
so maybe it
ends,
is
or the
just-
curse, or the it affecting that one creature ends.
Affecting
all
that
curses
one
affecting
creature.
One creature end.
Okay.
Really, it's more of, think of it as 4 separate Giases put on each of us as they grabbed our wrists. I don't think
Oh,
you can
yeah,
do
no, that
multiple
was
people.
obvious.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, but
After
I
the
will
crowd
I will
disperses a
thank
little bit,
the
Abbot
priest.
will say, "You should have told me that you had a Gias on you. That really hurt."
I apologize. It had slipped my mind because they had given us a year time limit, and it's been, how long has it actually been?
It's only been like a week or so.
It's been like 7 months, man.
Well,
I
he'll
don't
say-
remember this shit.
He will say, you for what harm it did to me, it seems that the people are now renewed in their faith in Lathander, which is worth more than any removed curse and
I'd say
a bit of
the-
a psychic backlash on my end.
The theatrics seemed to play well to the crowd. Did you summon
what-
that lightning?
No, that was your Gias being very angry with me.
I see.
But please, go with the blessing of Lathander, and thank you for helping restore a little faith into this jaded, greedy town.
Well, hopefully everything works out for you. I wish you the best. All right, and
This is a free man!
yes, I mean, I
One
don't have to
down,
find a
3 to
cloud
go.
giant. I mean, good luck convincing a cleric, because apparently that was just kind of,
Dumb luck.
yeah, a little bit.
Hey, what did we miss?
He's no longer
Uh,
blue.
Mateus is free of the Gaius.
Oh, right.
I'm free
that
of the
thing.
what?
Gaze.
Yes.
Also,
I
did you tell him that it might happen again?
That's not his problem. I figure we'll find another priest to... See, this
Who
is...
knows? Maybe
You
he
come
comes
back
better
later.
for
Oh,
us
the
someday.
abbot of Mirabar's Lathander Church has died of unknown psychic relation.
Who knows? Maybe
He
he
had
has a
several
discount for repeating
strokes after
customers.
clearing that blue man.
And think of it this way. We can do a little bit of good as we travel the world if it occurs again. Think of the
Besides-
crowds we drew.
Besides, he cast Remove Curse, not Adopt Curse.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else you want to do in Mirabar while you're here?
I think, besides stocking up on the various things, and I think we're good with that.
Do you still want to buy health potions?
Yeah, I was just kind of assuming 50 gold for one. I'd remove the money, but...
it'll be 55 gold here because
Okay.
of the inherent richness of people.
Stupid inflation. Should stop eating so much fantasy avocado bread.
Yeah, up in the North Mirabar where avocados just grow on trees.
Well, no, that's
Sorry,
the
you
thing
said
about it.
50
They're
gold?
so expensive because they have to import them from, like, Waterdeep.
Are you telling me they import potions? Actually, while we're in here, mind if I actually go and look to see if I can find someone who can tell me what the hell this mysterious potion is I found?
Yes, you can. You can go to an alchemist. The alchemist, there's an alchemist, and he says, "I can test potions for you, but I'll charge you 5 gold for the service."
You know what? It's worth it to know that this thing won't blow me up.
Okay.
Yes,
So
it's a
you're-
potion of fireball.
Are you gonna hand him all 9 of them?
No, I'm just having the mysterious potion that I found at the giant temple.
Oh,
Not
I
the
see.
ones
not
that-
the. I see. That
Okay.
giant temple potion. Yeah, the frozen one.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna say, "Well, it's not common practice to keep your potions this cold, but I guess I could chip off a piece and eat some." And he'll
was it actually frozen?
it is completely frozen through. And he says, "You know what? I'm gonna have to break this vial or this bottle, but I'll give you another one."
Okay.
Shatters the bottle, and picks up the remains. He's going to shave off a piece and put the rest in like a little pot so it'll melt. And as he chews on it, he goes, yes. I can't. This potion tastes the same, but I can tell you that it helps you climb.
Oh,
Interesting.
good.
Potion of climbing.
Just climbing, not spider climbing?
Neat.
Of climbing. It's just climbing. You gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour.
Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Strength, you have advantage on strength checks to climb.
All right, sounds good to me.
Oh, Interesting. Also separated like this. It's also separated into brown, silver, and gray layers, resembling bands of stone. Even as a liquid, shaking the bottle fails to mix the colors. So he'll
Huh.
reliquify it and he'll stopper it with a bottle, conveniently putting a little insignia of his own potion shop on the cork and say, "You hold on to that, please.
Okay.
First one's always free. That'll be 5 gold."
I may not be from around here, but I don't think that's what free means.
You have
You
obviously
mean
not
the-
been to Mirabar.
I mean, you could pay him the 10 copper for 20 crystal vials, but
All right. Anything else anybody needs to do while they're here?
Not
You
really.
said healing potions are how much?
55 gold with the local
5
shop.
gold.
I will also mention that you might have some loot you could sell.
I don't have it in my list because I figured we had like a communal selling list, but
I do remember that there was
like a massive
weapon with a
gemstone.
ruby, I believe.
Oh yeah,
in
the
it.
giant ruby and the sapphire weapons.
You did not pick up the Morning Star. You guys just took the breastplate.
Oh,
The
That was
Morning
dumb
Star
of
was
us.
suited for a giant too. Like it was huge.
Yeah, we couldn't really carry it.
Well, let's just blame the strongest person here for not trying. Creek.
Alright, so let's go see if we can find how much this giant ruby mace thing can
We
sell
don't
for.
have that.
No, you have the ruby. The ruby
Oh,
is from
right,
is from the Warhammer you found.
Yeah.
The Morning Star had the sapphire, but the Morning Star was giant sized.
All right, well, I mean, if there's ever a town to sell it, it'll be Mirabar. Let's go to a gem cutter.
Like, how big is this this gem?
This ruby is the size of your fist.
Oh, neat.
It is quite large.
And it's the same color.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
you
he
wanna
never
go to
said the
gem cutter?
color of the ruby.
It's green.
So the gem cutter will say, "Good morning, sirs. Can I interest you in some jewelry or maybe a ring or two?"
No, but maybe we can interest you in this giant ruby.
Well, he'll science. I'm not really in the business of buying gems. I sell them mostly, but maybe I could at least appraise it for you. Let's see what you got.
Alright, I put it on the table.
Just like with the warhammer attached. Boosh.
Smash the glass.
Right
Break
to
the
my
glass
build.
case.
He'll say if I'm going to properly appraise it, I'll have to remove the gem from the setting, if that's okay.
And then we found out it was a
yes.
stone or costume jewelry.
He'll take up the hammer and say, "This hammer itself is actually pretty finely made. You might actually fetch a decent price for it in the town, in the town armory." And he'll notice that the fittings itself are actually made out of silver, which is convenient because it's a soft metal. He's going to be able to remove it pretty easily without scratching the gem.
Sounds good to me.
It'll take a minute, but he'll be able to pry it out. And as he looks through, he says, "Wow, you're actually looking at quite a valuable gem. In fact, if you're not strapped for cash, these kinds of gems power very powerful spells like resurrection scrolls. You may be able to come to a sorcerer or a cleric who may be able to trade it for something powerful on a scroll. That
Like
something you
remove
want.
curse potentially.
Remove curse would actually be a waste of this gem's value.
Remove
And
curse has
probably-
no. Well, actually, I'm not sure.
It
It
takes spell slots. There's no components.
Okay, so it's just a 3rd level spell. So,
But yeah, you probably won't be able to find a trader who can give you gold value for it, even though Mirabar is kind of rich. We have our own mines, so gems are kind of a commonality. One this large is quite rare, so I would recommend trading it for some equal good or trade good that you may find in a town.
do we have a potential value for? Because I know you need a certain size of gem to cast a spell.
He's going to say this is where weird economics come into play. Like if a gem is worth 10,000 gold in one place but 5,000 in another, will it still power the spell? I would say if you weren't in Mirabar and you were trying to buy this gem in a market, it would cost about 8,000 gold.
Okay, good to know.
He'll gingerly put it into a velvet bag, conveniently with the gem shop's logo on it, and we'll say, "Here, why don't you why don't you keep this out of sight? No longer set inside this Warhammer.
Alright, well, first off, I guess we should go to the armory to see if we can sell the Warhammer now.
Okay. Blacksmith there will say, good morning. You looking to buy or trade, selling in weapons?
Selling? Why am I doing all of this?
Good question. Our two most charismatic people are just kind of letting you take the wheel on this one.
Well, he'll look at those Warhammers and say it's very intricately made. You can tell by the silver inset that there used to be some sort of maybe a gem at the hilt.
Yep,
Can't
damn
really know
shame.
for sure. But it's made out of silver, which indicates that whoever crafted this probably crafted it for somebody important. Yeah, this could make a suitable officer's weapon. We could probably put an onyx or something in the set. Will actually make it pop very well, and the setting's already there. I could probably throw you 20 gold for this thing.
Can I make an insight on that?
Okay.
Just to see if he's like lowballing us or something.
Alright.
Nope, I have no clue.
You think his price is outrageous, and you would balk at any kind of offer short of 100 gold.
Bulk, I say.
Me.
You
No
said-
bulk, he says.
Okay, and he'll hand you back the Warhammer and say you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better deal anywhere else, but it's your choice.
All
19 insight.
Nope,
See if he
sorry.
actually-
This one's already been rolled by the guy holding the hammer. You
Fair
can't
enough.
triple dip into this one.
Ripple.
Because I heard somebody else
Yeah, I was
asking
going
if they
to,
might
but-
want an insight. Yeah. The guy holding the weapon has made his choice.
Does he hit him over the head with it?
he,
No, I
he
don't.
he just has a feeling that he could get a better deal elsewhere, despite what this guy who only peddles in weapons and armor might know.
I mean,
I'm
we can
just
always-
saying my heavy crossbow costs more than this thing. And it's not made out of gold.
No, the weapon isn't made out of gold. The weapon's made out of steel. It just has a silver setting on the bottom.
Wow.
whoops,
It's
too
also
late.
very
Let's
well
go.
made. Yes. You still want to go to Raven Rock?
Yep, I think that's best place to go.
I mean, unless we can find someone
Okey-doke.
who wants the giant gem.
Yeah, we can hold on to that for now unless we're pressed for cash.
The Raven Rock is about 100 miles away, so by way of airship, that would take you. You'd probably get there at about the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening. That
All right.
stops. Okay, so Raven Rock. Okay.
Oh, can I assume that a day has passed for my spells and whatnot?
Yes. Between traveling to the temple to Mirabar and from the Mirabar to Raven Rock, you will basically have a day to refresh yourselves.
Excellent.
You'd
I
rest
seem
on
to have fallen into a snowdrift, gentlemen. Please assist me.
It says 50 feet.
Well, I'm on the other side of it.
Yeah, this is a very strange map. If you look at your rulers, one square is indeed 50 feet.
I
That's
see.
a lot of feet.
Oh,
That's why I can't see shit.
That's right. That's a lot of travel. Let me pull up. There's usually a... and I could read you. As you travel here, the cultists will tell you that Raven Rock gets its name for a 100-foot tall stone carved in the likeness of a perching raven, sitting in the center of the highest plateau of the mound and facing west. The Black Ravens, which are a tribe of barbarians, leave carcasses by the stone raven's feet as offerings.
What kind of carcasses?
Animals, mostly. The idea is that when they leave them out here, actual dusk ravens will fly in and eat the offerings, and if they do that, it's a sign of good omens.
Interesting. Well, Perhaps we should start exploring. Unless we see anything in the distance.
How like is it not like how is visibility in this?
There is a snowstorm that's limiting
Okay.
visibility to the site which you see.
And does the Ild rune? I need to remember what it does. Uh, resistance to cold damage. Okay.
So, ahead of us, is this a drop or is this a climb?
Going north. You are climbing.
Climbing, okay. So there's a wall in front of us right here on this blue line.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
We should have
Well,
gotten some more pythons.
we should get more pines, but we can at least explore around the edge of it.
Might be able to help you in this. You look to the bottom left. Oh, it's because I have dynamic lighting and not.
We can see it though. That's the side view of the cairns, I'm guessing.
Oh, you okay? So I did reveal it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're on the bottom side to the left.
Well, clearly, guys, let's just head south to that floating cairn.
Yes, obviously.
But I'd prefer not to take the lead because I can't see crap. Maybe one of you who has better visions can kind of lead ahead and I'll follow along blindly.
Is it difficult terrain in this area?
Yes,
snow
it
stone.
definitely is for everybody but you.
And visibility is not the best.
Oh, sorry about that. You're not there. You're actually to the bottom right, over here.
Oh. Should we move ourselves over there then? Or no, that's from where the
Yeah,
cairns
from the
are.
perspective, you're looking over here.
I see.
Oh.
Okay.
It's very weirdly drawn. Once you climb one of the things, I'll give you a better look at what you're really looking at. But for now, just assume that you're on this side of the.
Sure.
How high up are these
The walls.
yeah.
That's 100 feet. We're looking at about 30 feet high.
Okay.
Not the worst, but still.
Yes,
hell
and
of a
I'm
draw.
assuming, is it sheer or is it sloped?
It's sheer.
Okay, this will be quite challenging for some of us.
Anyone got any ideas?
I mean, we can explore around the outer edge for now and see what we see.
Alright.
Well, I've got a cast of fly.
So if I could peek your perspective for a bit, if you look at the bottom right, the way you're heading is kind of like. Let me reveal. Kind of like this area. See that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going through in between the two.
Yeah. So draw shape. You basically started here, and you're snaking your way around this way.
Anyone get the feeling this would be a great place for an ambush?
I mean, yes, but
Well, there's no bushes here. Ba-da-ba-ba.
sorry, it's too late at night for that. Or it's not late enough for that type of humor. I realized my mistake halfway through.
Doesn't seem to get any better from that angle. Although,
Are we gonna get stuck?
no, just kind of trudging through the snow, creating little paths as we go.
Not seeing anything of importance here.
Okay, Shao.
No.
From there, you can actually see something.
Oh.
You look back at the map where you are right now.
Oh, hey.
Well,
I spied the Raven Rock.
That's
Yeah.
that one is about 100 feet up just to get to the statue.
Interesting.
Do we know what we're looking for exactly here?
Yes, Harshnag would have been able to tell you which.
Wasn't it like a Great Bone Club or something?
Or a gold tooth.
Raven Rock.
I think it might have been the tooth.
There are 2 Raven Rock. There's a magma ring, a bone great club.
Oh, maybe not. All right. Well, look out for a giant-sized club and a giant-sized ring. So look for a hula hoop.
I think this just takes us back the way we came.
Better just be sure.
And it's not like snowing or anything, right?
It's blizzarding.
That's what I thought.
It's a moderate snowfall. Nothing that'll impede your spellcasting or other things, but your visibility is limited to about 60 feet.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think we just need to start climbing.
You know what, Mateus? It is daylight. I think you should have visibility. You do have visibility. It's just shit.
Yes, it's 30 feet, which is this
It's
tiny
huge.
little circle around me.
Not even enough to fill a square.
No, it's not.
Alright, well, we got a few Pythons, but I don't know how many 10 will, or like how far 10 will get us.
Depends on how. I mean, if that's a 30-foot climb, you put one every 3 feet. That's
Kind of difficult because you're essentially going from python to python with your reach.
yeah.
Most people's
well,
reach
I've
doesn't.
got a
Creed could do
grappling
it.
hook. We could try and use that. See if I
Well,
can't
hold
get
on.
some
Creed
kind of
can set
purchase.
pythons with his noodle arms. And
Yeah,
then
I
he
can-
can
And then
I
he'll
can-
set them like every 7 feet, and we'll be completely unable to climb.
Well, you'd use the rope instead of the python, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, we could always use that cast of fly a day. One person goes up and secures a way up, and then we either climb or get flown up, because fly lasts for a good amount of time, does it not?
Let me check here. Got the text. Bada boom. Concentration 10 minutes.
I mean, we should be able to hopefully explore this place fully with that amount of time. I feel like that's the easiest solution.
Are we all in agreement then?
Alright.
Okay, so who do I cast? on?
Who's flying? Probably your strongest character.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to be the one to get
If
everyone
you're
hauled
lifting
up.
us up,
All right,
then,
go ahead,
yeah,
Shell.
I'll. Actually, yeah. What are your scores?
Well, regardless of who goes up, I'll give you the full side view. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
So am I
And-
going up or?
You know, you guys can scout up from the air, right?
That would be what I would suggest we do as soon as we figure out who's getting flown. And I think it is going to be Creek. I was just
Okay, gotcha. I'll
being a shit.
cast it on.
How's
Creek.
that?
Okay.
That's everything.
All right.
All right. So in that case, just to be absolutely sure here, I'm dropping the rope directly downward, or am I securing it to pythons?
I mean, whatever you feel is best. If anything, you could just carry us up.
I mean, how heavy are you?
Just
Plus-
drop the Python into the top and let us climb up. It makes it easier for us to get back down too.
That's a good point. All right, yeah. What he said. So I fly up and secure a python at the top of the top of the mountain face.
Okay. On your way up, you do notice. Let me see if I can find this in the tabs. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
God, there's so many of them.
That's a wonderful thing to hear.
No, I'm on the token sheet.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What you could do is, if it's listed in the list of
I think it's listed.
creatures, you could just drag it from there over.
And okay, here we are. they actually called? Here we are. So if I got this right, I should be able to. Oh, it's huge.
Ah. Oh man, ravens at Raven Rock.
You
How
see,
could that be?
one giant raven perched on top of the rock. It's not really doing much, but it's there.
Okay. Good to know. I tie up the python. And then now that I have a general idea.
But it's over here. Never mind. The place conveniently
As-
called Raven Roosts.
Yes. So I tie the python. I drop the rope down.
Sure.
And then I also take a better look at the surrounding area while I'm up.
Okay. You see an altar, some menhirs, which are kind of like religious steeps, and some cairns. And you know that cairns are where people bury people.
Right. And are these over here also menhirs?
Yes, that's a menhir.
Okay.
So there's 4 at the rock and 4 at the altar.
Okay, got it. I'm assuming the party is climbing up while I'm doing this.
And the rope is climbable enough so that you guys don't really need to check. You'll just have sure footing as you go up.
And I also inform the party of the locations of all of the thingies that I've discovered: the altar, the menhirs, the cairns, and the eponymous Raven Rock.
My God, is that a giant bird over there?
That's a giant bird over there.
That's a giant bird over there.
That's big.
Also, how long do I have fly for? 10
Up
minutes?
to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I say it'll take you a minute to get it up there, secure a rope, and survey the area.
All right, and then my fly speed is 60 feet, right?
I believe so.
All right. So let's see. Zooming in, because I might as well put this to its fullest use and secure. So are we headed toward the altar, or are we going directly to the rock or the cairns?
What was
I
that?
guess we have to investigate. You have to investigate at least.
I was thinking about going down over here to the main menhir, and then
main
go.
here?
Yeah.
The one directly in front of. I couldn't see where you marked.
Yeah, pretty much the one right in front of us.
Right in front of us. Okay. Oh, I thought you were talking about this one. Let's see. So 50 feet per square. I actually can move a square every 6 seconds. A little
enough.
less than, but yeah.
You can dash too, I think, right?
Yeah,
I mean, theoretically, yeah.
Yeah.
Double move.
Yeah. Altar. The altar, by the way, is of a gray wolf.
What the heck's a gray wolf doing in a raven roost area?
You surmise it has something to do probably with the barbarians and their tribal ways.
Speaking of barbarians, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any.
It is a burial ground. They're not always going to be here. Well, I mean, if you check one of those cairns, I'm sure you'll find the remains of a barbarian, but I mean, I anticipate the bird is going to watch us, but we're here to do something, so let's get to it, see if we can find the things.
I think that's going to involve us having to dig up some graves.
Hopefully not, but possibly.
Alright, I'm going to go to this, over to these 2 rocks.
Okay.
Is there anything of interest on this one?
The menhirs are really, they're kind of buildings of reverence, but they're not significant in any kind of aesthetic way. Like, you could always rebuild a menhir, but building one in itself is an act of reverence.
Okay. I'll move to, try to get close to the altar to see what's going on there and how exactly they got a giant rock there.
Roll me a nature about these menhirs, by the way.
Nature
10.
Is that for everyone or just him?
Actually,
Yeah,
wait, let me
everybody.
double check something real quick.
Okay.
Wow.
2.
You know that menhirs have some sort of practical use as well, but you can't remember what exactly.
Interesting.
Something about seasons pops in your head.
Clearly, they're for changing the seasons.
Right. I'll move to the altar.
Okay, you're at the altar. It is the altar of a gray wolf,
Oops.
made of
fuck.
stone. The ground around it has been frozen, as is everything around this area.
Does it look like there's any way to get across without having to jump?
Oh, hold on. There's also a rectangular slab of stone with the phases of the moon carved into its sides.
That could be of interest.
I'll inspect the phases, see if any of them look strange.
Oh, they seem to be standard moon phases. You do remember the Oracle and Harshnag telling you all that these items were stolen and were buried,
Yep.
Barons. So you need to put that into consideration.
All right, get out your grave digging gloves.
Oh boy.
Oh boy,
Alright,
here
so
we go
we-
grave robbing again.
So first off, is this particular spot navigable? Can we shimmy around that part of the cliff?
We would need to climb up anyways. Look at the
Could you
tiers.
point to that part of the cliff? Jim?
Oh,
Because if you
yeah, you're right,
if you
never
look at the
mind.
tiers, they're
it's
completely
only like
separate.
Yeah.
Total, so they're 25 feet in elevation with a little perch.
What I'm
halfway
going to
up.
do is, with my remaining time on fly, I'm going to zip over here and secure ropes to each of these elevations, so that there's a rope going up to the second level here, and then a rope going from there to the third level.
Okay, you certainly can do that.
If you do that, then we have access to everything besides the one that we'd have to jump to off to the side, and we can figure out. Hopefully it's not there, but I think we should be good with that, because we can always lower ropes down to the other cairns.
All right. Do I have enough time on fly actually to zip around and secure other ropes to the cairns on the back 9 over here?
I would say.
Why would you need to? We have a walkway.
Oh, right.
Like, that is the one that we can walk to from where
You
we
are
are.
absolutely correct. I completely missed that. Yeah, I see it. All right, never mind. Please redact that question.
I'd say you have a good 5 minutes left on that fly. By the way.
That's the case. Try and get something across here. Like,
Okay.
this
well,
is the most difficult one for us to get to
There's
currently.
there's 12 seconds. No, sorry, more like 15. Zip over here. I'll secure. I should have enough length of rope to go down and then just directly up, like so.
Really,
like
we have
this.
Let me. So we
that,
got ropes where?
and
Here.
I'm just putting on good faith that you have enough rope to work with.
I'd assume each of us is carrying 100 feet.
Yeah,
Like, that's part of the
standard
kit.
assumption.
Yeah.
So, can I tell you about this wonderful spell I have called Rope Trick?
Cast summon rope.
Rope Trick even a spell anymore? I remember it being hilarious in
I believe
Pathfinder.
it is.
Oh, it totally is. Yeah, holding one end of a 60-foot or shorter rope causes the other end to rise up until the rope is fully perpendicular to the ground. Oh, it's an artificer spell?
I guess that makes sense.
Oh well. But yeah, so we have access to each of the cairns. Is it... Well, let's check the altar first, because if it's been stolen, it might be, like, placed at the altar first. Like, there's nothing around it besides the phases of the moon? No items or anything?
Nope. Just frozen ground.
Well, we can always check out the Raven Rock itself first, because they said that they left sacrifices to it.
I'm gonna move towards the bird just to look at it.
Oh.
bird in your face.
It's a big bird made of stone.
Also,
I think he means
Ground
the.
around it.
This bird is
Yeah.
made
No,
of
that's a
stone.
real bird made of
Yeah.
flesh. It
That's
eyes
a-
Made
you-
of
big
stone.
old bird.
eyes you with contempt. Ornery. It's a raven. It wants baubles and crackers.
I pull out a shiny penny or copper piece.
A particularly shiny penny.
Whoops at you, trying to snatch it from your hand.
I'll give it to the bird.
You don't have much of a choice. A 21 on the beak to hit you.
Pecking him.
Beak to the
Son of a
eyes.
bitch, Yeah.
Does 10 piercing damage as it rips the coin from your hand
Ow,
and flies
shit.
back to its roost.
Shall, are you missing a finger?
Dick of a bird.
Although technically, no. My words protect his fingers.
I still remember Mateus's bird handling speech.
I
You'll
told
school
you
As
it would
it's,
be
like,
useful.
flying Back, how high up is its nest?
Really want to fight the bird?
More of I want to see if I can perceive what's in the nest, and maybe one of the either the ring or the bone might be in it.
It's a giant's ring. Do you think? I guess this is a big raven, though. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I guess I could see the logic there. The roost is about 100 feet up. Almost synonymous with the rock.
Is there still time for Creek to fly and just look?
Yeah, Creek's got enough flight time to get there.
All right.
Well, before
Do
we
me a
go,
favor
before
and-
we get Monkey's pod, does he have enough time to get back?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay.
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 Do me a favor. The bird screeches at you. Retaliate, I guess.
Don't
Why?
hit the bird.
If you
I-
fly at the bird's home
Wait,
and it gets
so
mad at you, make sure you kill it.
You want
Yeah,
you want your
no,
That's
don't listen to
self-defense.
This is a
No,
new
I said if it
shell who,
screeches at him, he should
shoots dead
retaliate.
bodies.
I never said how.
All right.
Trained woodsman.
So I
Start
fly up to the
screeching back
elevation
at
that
it.
that
Exactly.
matches the bird's nest.
Alright,
Or-
the bird will reflexively caw at you and kind of hunch
So-
over.
Let me just make sure I've got this right. You want me to try and steal your copper piece back?
No,
No.
we want to see if the giant's ring is maybe in its nest.
Oh, can I? How close would I?
Sorry,
Oh.
Shal is now 100% invested in getting, or Creek
Yeah.
is 100% invested.
I've got to get that
Revenge.
copper back now.
You can roll a perception.
Okay, thank you.
Are we about to be bested by a bird?
Yes. Yes, we
Um,
are.
You see many shinies in the nest. You can't possibly tell if any of them is ring shiny or not.
And the nest itself is extremely
nest.
large.
It is
And high up.
giant raven sized.
Well, there's a lot of shiny stuff in there. Ah, hell with it. And I go full force at it.
Oh dear.
Oh
he's going.
God!
Alright,
What did
roll
I
to
say? I'm not
attack.
hitting the bird. No.
You guys are not very good at
I'm
dealing with
not
birds.
attacking it, but I have my weapon out and I am moving at my
So you're
You
flank.
are
attacking
threatening
it.
the bird
Yeah.
with violence.
I'm not attacking, but my weapon is out menacingly.
I'm moving towards it and I'm planning on swinging at it, but I'm not attacking it.
Actually, can I roll an intimidate?
No,
It's
you're,
a
You're now
bird.
convinced you're attacking this bird.
All right. Let's go. I actually, yeah, never mind. I was going to ask to rage first, but I already declared.
Come on, suplex it.
21
You'll hit.
for I am super dead. I am
What?
dead-eroni. Oh wait. I forgot how weapon attacks worked for a minute. 14 damage.
But what did I miss?
You'll,
Yeah.
you'll kill the raven.
Yay!
Not only killing the raven, but all the shinies you saw were actually the speckles of its own eggs that you now crush in between your sword
Hey,
swings.
hey, hey!
Shal?
I'm still
Or
in
not
the
Shal,
air.
Creek, roll me a wisdom save.
Save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me a wisdom save.
17.
You fall to the ground. 100 feet. What?
10d6.
How much snow is on the ground?
Doesn't
It's a sheet of
matter.
snow. It's mostly ice.
Okay.
You might as well ask if you're hitting water.
Wait,
It's all the
hold
same
on.
when you're dropping 100 feet.
I'll cast. Oh wait, no. Am I 60 feet? If I'm not 60 feet, I can't.
Oh,
cast
You are
that.
way
okay.
past 60
Yeah,
feet.
no.
35 falling damage as you hit
Ouch.
the ground.
What the hell
Feel
happened?
very sick, and you don't know why.
Wow, a 17
Well, if
wasn't
I were
enough
to
for that.
judge and I turn towards the statue
So
of
okay,
the raven.
hang on. Can we roll this back? I want to understand something.
Okay.
So I make an attack in the air.
Hmm.
I land a hit and kill the raven in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in its
How
nest
did I crush the eggs?
with its corpse.
Yeah.
You're swinging a sword, a great sword, at a bird in a nest.
Okay, but oh, never mind. All right.
I mean, to be fair, we could surmise you just got cursed by a patron deity, but to be fair, we probably would have gotten cursed anyways because we're about to grave rob this area, so... Well, of things that were stolen,
All
perhaps
right.
that's
well,
okay, but...
I tell the party what happened. That
I mean, we saw.
We
It was
saw.
interesting. Let's just try and move on, and we can erase this memory from our minds. Nothing around up top, only the Karens and some more menhirs.
That's right. Some menhirs, the rock itself, some bones, but basically from what you surmise, probably those sacrifices they're making.
Also, just to
You
make
know-
sure, I'd like to confirm one thing before we continue. Did I have enough time on fly to make it back to the ground successfully, or did my time on fly run out after that encounter?
You could think about it and realize you should have had enough time to come back to the ground without
Got
falling.
it. Okay.
It was probably, again, that patron deity.
I know what it probably is, but to speculate more on that is more metagamey than I'm willing to go.
Fair enough. But before we do anything with Grave Robin, I'll just kind of shrug to myself, pull out any kind of prepared animal carcass or jerky or something, and kind of put it near the bones. Be like,
Alright.
couldn't hurt.
I guess not. Jordan has disconnected, by the way.
I guess it can hurt.
The Raven knows. The Raven will have its vengeance, I guess.
I mean, it already had. I mean, it's only just begun. It seems like.
But yeah, I guess we each just start looking through the cairns. I would suggest not taking anything unless you are absolutely certain it is the club or the ring. Because I'm
Sounds good to me.
guessing we might be able to get away with reclaiming stolen things, but if we're actually grave robbing, we might incur some more wrath of things we can't really deal with.
Yep. Internet crashed.
Ah,
So saith Jordan.
well, should we
are
just
kind
say
of
that's
over
yeah?
time
We're
anyway.
going to search the cairns, and we'll stop there for now, and hopefully he'll
Yeah.
fix his internet for later. He has 2 days to do it. It doesn't take that long, right?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Had to fight the bird.
It had shinies.
right. On that, we're going to stop for tonight. Good night.
Good night.